Here we go. It gave me nightmares for the last 2 months.
It's going to be a massive job to get over the Broncos. Yep. Rivalry though, the motivation's nice.
Here we go. I was actually so excited to be playing. Mount Smart's mad though when it's packed out. Yep, catch the ball.
A shallow one to begin with, and Reece Walsh gets absolutely levelled on tackle number 1.
It's actually crazy because when I caught it, I seen Murata Niokore and Capes. And I was like, I'm not running at Murata, I'll run at Capes, and Capes still folded me. I actually didn't feel it straight away, I just thought it was like a knee clash. It wasn't until they kicked the ball and I went to like run and catch it and my knee just buckled in. Just put my hand straight up. I got in at half time when they tested it. They tested for all ACL, all those sorts of things. And once I heard like that was sweet, it sort of probably made me feel a bit more at ease. And when he tested my PCL, so like when you test it, you push down on the knee. And once he did that, it just was in pain straight away. So like I asked the physios, is it going to be all right? And he said, yeah, you'll be fine. You're probably like a grade 2 PCL. So I told him to strap it up. We'll be all right. Versing the old team too, so couldn't go off in the first 5 seconds of the game, no way.
We've just received some breaking news out of the Broncos. Reece Walsh has a PCL injury, which we saw in the game. We didn't know how severe it was, but he'll miss 4 to 6 weeks with this injury.
I think it's not until you're like a few weeks into your rehab where you start to really get like annoyed or frustrated, I guess. Especially with the PCL injury, like it's so slow, like the first 2-3 weeks you can't even like bend your knee, so it's just about letting that ligament, heal back tight. I stretched mine so it was just loose, so the first 2 weeks were just 14 days or whatever it was. I was in a brace, couldn't even bend it. Like it's just about letting the ligament heal again. But yeah, I feel like family's a big one for me, like having my daughter there, my sisters, my nieces, nephews, all of them, could sort of I don't know, get away from footy a little bit. Get to my nephew's games. I hadn't been able to watch him play for, 2-3 years. So it was pretty cool to be able to go down and watch him, play footy and stuff like that, and do things with my daughter that I might not usually get to be able to do in season. So, but yeah, it's obviously frustrating, but it's just one of those things. It's a part of the game, and you just got to, keep moving on, I guess.
What's the day-to-day looking like with recovery, rehab, training?
Early mornings, man. Start early, head up to Brizzy, get some weight training done. Otherwise, other legs, or doing uppers. So we'll get into, been doing a lot of off feet at the moment, bike, ski erg, grinder, all that sort of stuff, man. So looking forward to running though, which is just around the corner. So I'm excited and yeah, I can't wait. Sauna every night, ice bath every night. I've got the compression boots inside that, they get smashed religiously at night as well. So yeah, just try and do as much as I can on top of, being at the club. Obviously got the pool as well. Spend a bit of time doing some movement in the pool and a lot of steak lately. Not too much greens, So I'm just trying to, a lot of protein.
I enjoyed sitting back and reflecting on, my performances and, areas where I can get better. And I sort of felt like in the start of the season, I was playing within myself and I didn't lose my identity, but I didn't want to sit back and, get myself out of the game. Like I needed to be involved a little bit more, get my hands on the footy and just, taking a bit more risk.
We're back, baby, we're back. Let's oge. Let's oge.
First set, came out the back of block shape. Out the back of shape, I go to run and I just sort of the same to what happened on the weekend, bro. Where I just jarred it up. But I heard a pop, man. That's why I was on the ground screaming in that, The boys say I was carrying on a bit, so got the scan and there was nothing wrong with it. To be honest, I thought I had done my ACL, bro, if I'm being honest. It was so sore. I'm coming out the back of shape and I go to pass the ball and Katoni sort of stands up and slaps it down a little bit. And as I've passed, I've sort of passed in front of my right foot's in front and all my weight just straight on that right knee. And then as that happened, bro, I just heard a pop. I felt a pop, and then I was just in just in literally agony straight away. Walked off, had to go get a scan straight away. They were asking me, oh, do you want to wait till tomorrow? And I was just like, nah, like scan it now. I don't want to bloody, you know, wait for it. I hate that sort of stuff. So I just want to know straight away what's going on. So yeah, as I was driving home, I got a call from the physio and he just said like, there's no, like no damage or anything like that. Your PCL is just probably a little bit loose. Once I heard that, I was just so happy. Like just that, I don't know, that fear of like maybe being out for longer and having like an injury like that. Any news that it's not that, it's just, you know, obviously like a good feeling. Obviously I was a bit disappointed that I had re-aggravated it, but yeah, I was happy that it wasn't as serious as what I thought it was going to be. So yeah, I was obviously trying to push myself like as hard as I could to get back. The physios were a bit like, oh, like, are you sure you're going to be all right? And I just kept like telling them, yeah, I'm good, let me in. And that first session, I think I just got a bit too excited. It's my first session in, like skills, everything. So I was probably a little bit scared of like how I was going to pull up, I guess, like, because I sort of always set in my head that I was going to come back either Manly or Titans, and I kept saying to the physios and all of that, like, I'm coming back Manly or Titans, like I'm not going any longer than that. I did know that Renault's 300th was a Titans one, so I think when I heard it, I was disappointed that I wasn't going to be able to be out there with the boys, but I sort of knew as well that like I was going to get back for the next one, and I made sure like I had done everything right to be able to get back that next week. So because the rehab was so long and like I just felt like, yeah, I was real restricted in what I could do. And then when I got out of the knee brace, it sort of went really quick, and I was so excited to obviously get back to train and be back around the footy and keen to get out there with the boys. And then when something like that happens again, it's just like, again, like how long is this going to be? So I guess at the start I was pretty rattled, to be honest, and like I didn't really talk to too many people or anything like that. But obviously once I got the news that nothing bad had happened, it sort of, you know, pulled me away and was just like, look, you're going to be all right. Just, you know, get my rehab right, make sure I do everything right. It's good, man. Like, our physios and all of that sort of stuff, they're world class. So sometimes the decisions have to get taken out of your own hands to, you know, protect yourself. So yeah, once I got through that Monday, I knew come Tuesday I was good to go, and, you know, just so excited, bro. Like, it'd been 7 weeks, no footy, just watching from the sidelines, and I think I was more so just excited to get out there and help the boys, you know, where I knew I could help, and you know, yeah, I was just so excited, bro. I was pretty nervous about this kickoff. I don't know, you always get nervous when you're like one catching the ball off the kickoff. You don't want to drop it. Big Pano, he's a freak, man. Yeah, on this play, like, I don't know if you can see me, but like, I just half anticipated the break and I was pushing through the middle. I was in front of Tones before he even sort of made the break, just in case like something did happen, and I knew people just, you know, would have spread straight to that corner. I just had to get it out there to Gem and Sire on the centre and wing, and Gem's playing so good, man. Like, his journey from, you know, Bronx to Cowboys, then over to overseas, from rugby to come back here. Like, he's worked so hard through the pre-season and he's been playing such good footy, man. Like, been one of those players that have just held us together through the time. So it's been that glue, man. It's actually crazy. Like, through the game, my eyes started going real fuzzy, bro. And like, I couldn't really see properly. So there was like a few moments where we had scored and I'd told Jesse to go in and catch the ball for us because like I couldn't see properly. I was just had like real blotchy and blurry vision. Like, I was sort of happy that we had most of the ball. You know, big JC putting those bombs up, it was probably hard for me to see and catch it. So when Tones took that take, man, I was so bloody happy, and I was just sitting there going, oh my God, like, did he just do that? Jumped over Loffy and good catch. I thought from the start, bro, the boys just so energetic, man, pushing for each other, getting around each other, and just like, I don't know, when you do little things like that, man, that just brings everybody else around you up as well. So I think the big one for us, bro, is our defence. Like, everybody moving fast for each other, really good in like in their contact and wrestle. And I think that's something that, you know, we're getting better at, and if we keep, you know, working hard for each other, man, like good things are gonna happen. Man, Tone's made some big plays this night. Like that try, the take in the in goal, and he ran bloody 60 metres for a try off the back of it. Like, that's just all about putting yourself in a picture and making a play, you know what I mean? You put yourself in good, you know, in the picture, you're gonna come up with the play, you know, more times than not, so. So funny, we got this thing that we do now. If someone scores a try, the last person in has to put $20 into the kitty. Corey Jensen's the one that's looking after the money, so he's the only person we could trust. Oh, and me, obviously, but obviously I didn't get voted. The boys, yeah, didn't vote for me, so beauty.
Who wins the money?
It's like, it's just for if we want to go for coffees or go for dinner or have a few beers, bro. Like, we just got, you know, that money there that we can use. Bro, I've got to give props to Gem and Sire. Like, if they didn't hold their width out there on the on that scrum, like, I don't get a chance to get a one-on-one. So, like, if they're not doing their job, bro, I can't go out there and do mine. So, yeah, that's credit to the boys, they would say.
You sort of feeling like you knew what you were going to do as soon as you got the ball? Or?
Yeah, like I didn't, to be honest, at the start, I didn't know I was going to get the ball, because majority of the time, bro, when they're feeding the scrum, so whatever side they feed the scrum, you usually go the other side because there's not that halfback there. But because, like I said, because Gem held his width real wide, that just gave me so much room, you know, with the forward. And yeah, obviously to be honest, bro, I wasn't really thinking. I was just playing footy. So I feel like I'm at my best when I'm just playing, not thinking. So yeah, I didn't want to sit here and give an answer that, you know, is not true. So yeah, I wasn't really thinking too much. I was just playing. Yeah, this last try is pretty cool too. I can't remember what happened, but I think we took a shift out to the left, and I was just pushing through the middle as well, because obviously we're having, you know, pretty good joy the whole night, and boys were making good, you know, line breaks and half breaks and stuff like that. So in the team we've got, like, people can create, you know, something out of nothing, and I was just trying to put myself in a picture, you know, just in case, or, you know, I was in front of the boys. I was like literally 10-15 metres in front, and as you know, Paddy just screamed at me, "Quick, get out the back!" Like, and I just knew I needed to get there, so you know, I just got back there as quick as I can. The boys were in shape, ready to go, and I didn't really have to do too much, just steady my feet. I could feel Brian Kelly jamming. He was jamming me the whole night. You know, as some may say, the bounce pass beats everybody. So, and then I just, yeah, pushed up through the middle. Katoni, you know, he was on all night, man. So he made a good play, had a good pass.
Yeah, they'll be on the YouTube channel.
But I was a little bit sore and ginger, so yeah, I wasn't striding out too well, but we finished the game. That's all that matters. Just got to look after the body and get it ready for next week.
You are rehabbing PCL injuries. What gets you through the tough days?
What gets me through the tough days, probably my family, having them nice and close. Obviously got to go to the hospital, Children's Hospital with my daughter, and you know, I know some of the kids wanted to do some nail painting and stuff like that, and pretty special moment, bro, to be honest. Like, just to see the smiles on their faces when I went and visited them, and yeah, I sort of yeah, made a pact to them that the next game that I go out there and play was going to be for them. Obviously, it was a pretty special night with obviously having Renault's 300th. You know, he was the 55th player to do that, and you know, that was really special. And you know, I was glad we got the win for him. But you know, deep down inside, I knew there were some little kids that were, you know, watching in hospital, you know, that aren't doing too well. And yeah, just to be able to, I guess, showcase that for them, you know, I hope it put a smile on their face and made, you know, a pretty special moment for them. So yeah, that was why I was carrying on a little bit in that moment, because I knew there was some brave little kids that are going through a tough time that, you know, they would have been watching. So you know, that was for them, and glad to be in the position where I can make, you know, kids and people smile through doing something that I love to do. So, yeah, that's that, brother.